What's up, everybody? Tasha checking in for another Love After Lockup or what is it? Love During Lockup review. Y'all, if I'm a little discombobulated, that's because I have tried to do this video 3 times, child. So we going to get it done this time, okay? If you have not already done so, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel as I quickly breeze through these couples because my phone, excuse me, y'all, for some reason is giving me some issues. So y'all, we gonna get into it. If I look at my notes, that is because these couples are new and I'm new to reviewing this show. So y'all make sure again y'all like, comment, and subscribe and turn the notification buttons. As soon as I went live, something got in my throat, child. Okay, so first couple, we got a new couple, Savannah and Jake. Savannah is 26, Jake is 30. Savannah is going to be the crybaby of the season. She has some real issues, y'all, going on. And this is from her mouth, not mine. She says she loves attention. She is an attention seeker. And she opens up on stage. Now, she's big into theater and arts. And I have nothing wrong, no problem with that because my daughter is big into theater and arts as well. So she opens up on stage. She's doing this monologue. And with this monologue, I'm kind of like, this sucks. I'm just kind of like, it was okay. But even the director was like, we'll call you, don't call us type thing. And so she goes off and she's talking to her friend Shelby. And she's telling her friend Shelby about Jake. And that's when they get into the background of their whole story. So she feels like she's always been a bridesmaid, never a bride. She feels like dudes like her as the good time girl, the fun girl, but they never want to take her off the market or never make her a girlfriend, right? She also says that Jake is in jail for armed robbery, for first-degree armed robbery, and he has been in so far for 12 years, and he still has 5 more to go, y'all. So she is willing to wait 5 more years for this man who is in jail for armed robbery, and guess what, y'all? He robbed the weed man. The weed man, out of all people. First of all, weed is already illegal in some states, so you rob a weed man and then you committing a crime. Both of y'all got criminal activity going on. And I was just kind of like, what in the world did that scenario come to? Was Jake trying to get some weed and he had no money and he was like, I'm just going to take it from the weed man, and then the weed man calls the police and report it, but then the police is probably like, well, you're the weed man. So the whole story is just crazy to me. But anyway, he got 5 years left. And he's been there for a long time. And I'm thinking to myself, he has to have done other things. Like 18 years for robbing a weed man, I don't think so. But it may have got worse or whatever. I wasn't there. So she also says she met him, which is weird, because she was doing a role where she had to play a prison wife. So she contacted him to ask him some information about her role as playing a prison wife, which I also thought was weird. Like, why would you contact an inmate to see if he can help you with that? Unless he is married or has been married, how would he know what pointers to give you? So anyway, that's what she said. Why she says she contacted him, which I don't really believe her, but that's what she says. She also says that she's a hoe. She owns it. She claimed it. She says every man that she has ever been with in a relationship, she has cheated on. So once upon a time, not long ago, she's a hoe. To all my Love and Hip Hop fans, Mariah Lynn's song, shout out to her. But that's what she said. She says she is a hoe. Jake says that he has been engaged 2 times while in prison. And Savannah is wondering, like, why won't he ask me? I'm waiting to get married. I want to get married. And she is pushing that on Jake. And Jake is kind of like, look, back off. It didn't happen the 2 times I was in here, so I don't want to go for a 3rd time as of yet. He also tells her, which I agree with, that you don't really know what's going to happen next year, let alone 5 years I have left. And I'm thinking to myself, exactly, why don't you just wait until he gets out in 5 years and see what happens if y'all even still together? And the way that she is, child, I don't think they're still going to be together. She also says that she wants to marry him so that if they get married right now, it would look really good to say they're celebrating 50-year wedding anniversary 50 years from now, which I thought was really weird. Savannah, to sum her all up, to me, is weird. She's very weird. I don't know what's up with her. It's like whether you make 50 years, 10 years, whatever, you shouldn't want to get married just so you could make a year mark in your marriage. That's kind of weird. Jake mom does not see it for Savannah. Savannah says she has an issue with Jake's mom because she just doesn't like her. Savannah said that they did go and visit Jake together, the mom and Savannah, and she said the visit went great. But then she says after the visit, Jake's mom tells Jake that Savannah is a crazy, and I quote, B. We don't curse on this channel, but y'all can fill in the blanks. So after that, Savannah is like, well, she don't like me, but later on you will see that the mom has good reason for not liking Savannah. Savannah is also in her segment writing a letter to the government to try and get Jake's time reduced, okay? And she has a friend that she's waiting on that is going to help her. And we look on the counter, she has like letter writing book for dummies or whatever she has. Like she has all these tools where she's going to use to try to get Jake's time reduced so that he can come home to her. And she says in her words, marry her, which she still has not been listening to what Jake has said because he does not want to marry her as of yet, or even probably ever. He's probably like, listen, give me some time. I got to figure out if I want to do that, but she's very pushy. So the friend is late. She calls the friend. She leaves a message because the friend didn't answer the phone. Then she says, let me call Jake's aunt because me and his aunt have a good rapport. So maybe she can talk to me about why his mom is tripping and about this letter and the whole nine. She calls the aunt. The aunt doesn't answer the phone. So apparently nobody messes with her. She's leaving messages and nobody's answering the phone. So then Jake ends up calling and he's like, what's up? How you doing, love? All this stuff like that. And immediately she goes into acting scene. So here it is. Scene. She's like, Jake, nobody's answering the phone. I'm trying to write you this letter so I can get your time reduced. And then my friend is supposed to come and say, coming. And then your aunt's not answering the phone. And I don't know why your mom doesn't like me. And I just want everything to be good. I want you to marry me. And sing. So she went through all of that. And Jake is like, girl, he's like, it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. You know why my mom doesn't like you because she thinks that you cheated on me. Immediately, eyes dried up, everything. She's like, I didn't cheat on you. And Jake is like, well, the jury is still out on that. And he says that because his mom actually went to go see a band, right? And when she was there to see the band, after the show, she goes up to one of the band members and she says, probably I enjoyed your set, whatever. But then she asks the band member, like, where are you from? He says where he's from is the same place where Savannah is from. So Jake's mom tells the band member, oh, my son's girlfriend is from that area. Her name's Savannah. Soon as she says the name Savannah, Savannah says that the bandmate made a face like, oh, not Savannah, the hoe, the town hoe. So Jake's mom is like, what do you mean? Why you make that face? He says he met Savannah on Tinder. He said they slept together, they were together or whatever for a little moment. And Jake's mom, of course, relates a message to Jake because it happened while she was supposedly with Jake. So Jake says, so Savannah says, it didn't happen. She denies it, of course. And that's why the mom don't like her. The mom is like, she's crazy. I don't like her. She cheated on you and I don't see it for her. So we shall see about Jake and Savannah what happens. But in my opinion, she's gonna be the crybaby of the season because she cried twice on this episode. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to see the mom. Like, I want the mom to have interaction with Savannah. And they probably going to try to because WeTV be messy. And they going to probably try to. The next couple is going to be Brittany and Keyrox. This couple has nothing going on for real. They are young. I told y'all before in my other episodes, they are going to irritate me because they are young. And they don't really have much going on. Brittany and Keyrox, I mean, we'll see if they amp up anything, but my notes are very short because they don't have nothing. It opens up with Brittany talking to her friend, Shayla, I think that's her name, and they're talking in Brittany's new place. So Brittany and Keyrox's family has moved to a bigger home. She has this bedroom with these skylights that she's really happy about, and I thought the skylights was a good touch. However, when the sun comes up and you still trying to sleep, and girl, you work at night, I'm telling you, them skylights is gonna get old quick unless you put a curtain over it or something. And I don't even know if you could do that in the ceiling. But she says that she is very much looking forward to Keyrox coming out them having a family. She says that she's currently carrying Key Rock's eggs. She says she's going to be like a surrogate for him. Now, I don't know any medical professionals out there. Go ahead and drop in the comments about you being able as a woman to carry your eggs and somebody else's eggs as well. But I guess you can, because they do have surrogates. So it does make sense, I guess. I don't know. She says she's carrying Key Rock's eggs, and they're going to have a family. And Shelby is like, oh, not Shelby, Shayla is like, oh, wow, you are really, serious about having a family with him. And she's like, absolutely, I love him, blah, blah, blah. So after her friend leaves, she says she has a video call with Key Rocks, and she is 3 minutes late. And she says she's never late for this video call, and she don't know how he's going to react. And of course, when she got on the video call, Key Rocks was like, where you been? I've been waiting for you. You're 3 minutes late. I got all dressed up for the video call. So actually, she didn't get the video call back up. Key Rocks called her while she was waiting for the video call, because he didn't pop up on the screen, probably because he walked away from the video. So he called her, and then he says, where have you been? Why are you late? I've been waiting for you. I got all dressed up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, in jail, you got all dressed up. Like, don't y'all wear the same thing? But at the same time, I guess maybe he shaped something up or put on some lotion or something. I don't know. But he says he was waiting for her. She says she apologizes. She got lost track of time, blah, blah, blah. So Key Ross is going into this whole mad fit about it. And then he hangs up the phone. They get off the phone, and she's just like, oh, this is so annoying. Again, snooze fest, boring. Nothing's going on with Brittany and Key Rocks. It is what it is. Next couple up is Jade and Chris. Jade and Chris, nothing went on with them either. I mean, Chris calls Jade, same old thing. I want some attention. Jade is like, you're in jail. That's a choice that you made. I'm out here living my life. Chris is like, I just want you to be able to have a conversation with me when I call from time to time. It seems like you don't make time for me. Jade is like, well, I'm sorry. She says that she is bringing her sister Jess to see him so that they can sit down and have a conversation about the whole relationship between Jess and Chris, I guess. I think it's a bad idea. Again, I do not care for Jess like that. I feel like she is a hater. She needs to stay out of their relationship. I know that you ride for your sister, which you should. You should ride for your family, for your sister. But sometimes you be overstepping, and you need to mind your business. Unless the guy is putting his hands on her or doing something crazy, mind your business, Jade. I think you were too involved and invested in their relationship, and I don't know if it's just for the show. Then they cut over to Chris and Jade having sex talk on the phone, because they about to have phone sex, and Chris's sex talk was cringy. I almost threw up in my mouth several times. I was just like, ew, nobody wants to hear that. He's like, oh yeah, you look sexy, blase, blonde. I'm like, I mean, she basic. She ain't all that. But he was just going on and on with the sex talk, and then she takes off her clothes and stuff and all of that and tells the cameraman they gotta go. And that was basically it for them. Like I told y'all, they ain't have nothing going on, y'all, for real. Not at all. We get to Andy and Brittany, y'all. This right here was crazy too, because I just can't believe that Brittany got so upset from the last episode. Now, if y'all can remember the last episode, Andy was not honest with Brittany about not being around in his kid's life. The daughters was petty because they made sure to let Brittany know, oh, that dude abandoned us. Brittany calls over the phone to Andy, and she's like, I thought you were in your kid's life. You lied to me the whole night. And pause. Brittany has some nerve, the audacity for you to sit up here and try to judge this man. First of all, don't you have like 4 or 5 kids, ma'am, and you are in jail for drugs, and your oldest daughter is raising your other children? How you going to sit up here and judge this man? You abandoned your kids too. And you sit up here talking about, oh, how could you? You didn't tell me. You didn't reveal that to me. It's just the nerve of people. They judge you when they got a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I was just looking at the daggone show like, you gotta be kidding me. But anyway, Brittany says it's over. She says, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be with you. You were lied to me. She wouldn't let Andy get a word in edgewise. Andy was trying to say something, but she wouldn't let him. Andy on the phone, he going outside. He must have had his laundry. He just got finished doing laundry. It was in the baskets. It was sitting on the porch while Brittany is chewing him out. He starts kicking his clothes all over the yard. And I'm like, Andy, you do need your clean clothes. Like, didn't you just wash your clothes? Like, why are you kicking your clothes all over the yard? And if you can pan over in the episode, people was across the street probably looking like, is that Andy kicking his clothes all over the yard? What's going on? So he's mad because Brittany saying it was over. She broke it off with him and hung up on him. But I don't think that's the last we're going to hear of them, because next episode, they're supposed to be on the phone, I guess. And Andy feels like, Dad, 8 years. I think it's 8 years he's been talking to her, something like that. No, 18 months. My bad. 18 months of talking to her, and he feel like it's gone down the drain. But Brittany, in my opinion, has the nerve to try to judge this man. And I ain't saying he wasn't around, because he did admit on this episode that he had to leave for a moment, but he made it seem like he just left, went to the corner store and came back, so they're exaggerating. I don't believe that. No grown women that are grown in their 20s, still trauma and triggered from what you did, is going to bring it up as if you abandoned them. No, sir. You were probably gone longer than just going for a moment and then coming back. That's what he wants us to believe. I don't believe it. Let's get to Asanta and Raneka. This episode was staged, in my opinion. Raneka opens up. She in the bathroom getting ready because, of course, they're throwing her a going away party. Again, y'all, she still got this green wig on. This is the third episode, and she still got this nasty old blonde green old ugly synthetic looking Dollar General wig on. Oh, it is horrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Tell me how you really feel, right? I hate it. Raneka's mother is in the bathroom talking to her, telling her, like, why are you doing this again? Because this is the first time we've seen her mother. So she's like, why are you doing this? Why are you taking my grandbabies to Georgia? Why are you getting with this man? All these questions, right? Raneka says, and then her mother also tells us that Raneka has done this before. She's been with dudes that ain't no good and don't have nothing going on. She's just never done it to this degree. She's never actually moved to another state. So her mother just says, she's done this before, but not to this degree. So fast forward, they get to the party, the going away party, right? And there's supposed to be a going away / rap party, because she is a rapper. And so she's supposed to be performing for her last time in front of these people. And it wasn't even a whole bunch of people. And some of it looked staged. Like the people was dancing before she started. So I don't know. The editing was all messed up. Maybe they was listening to some other music. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, they get to the place. On the way, Raneka's in the car. She got on this plush looking fur with this outfit, this white outfit that could have been cute if she had more of a body. Like, because she's kind of thin, it just looked really crazy, especially from behind. Like, if you're gonna wear shorts like that with the rhinestones hanging off the shorts and it's white and it's fitted around the bust area and all of that, have some body to work with. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I ain't body shaming her. I'm just saying that outfit was not something in my eye, was not her cup of tea. So anyway, she gets there. Her sister Shakola is there. Her sister is telling her, you crazy for going to Georgia, chasing after the D. She said, what is your problem? You taking my nieces and nephews. So Shakola, the last episode, made it known that she does not agree. On this episode, she made it known, but she made it known even more because she was a little drunk, a little tipsy. Girl, when she told Raneka, she said, you get on my nerves with your old, hold up, I wrote it down because this was funny. She said, with your old cheap looking squirrel fur on your back. Girl, I died. Died several times because that fur was a little Dollar General look. She got a whole bunch of Dollar General stuff going on, right? So, girl, after that, the whole family is basically jumping on Raneka saying, we don't agree with this move, right? So Raneka starts, y'all, throwing bottled water on the family like this is love and hip hop. Girl, she takes a bottle of water and she starts throwing it on them, talking some y'all hoes getting on my nerves. Y'all stressing me out. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, right? So then after that, she goes and she finds security. She says, you my security? Are you my security? You my security? Y'all with me? Come with me. I want y'all to put all these people out, which is her family. Shakola was one of them. I'm not sure if her mom was one of them, but it was her aunts and, you know, the whole family. She told security, get them out of here. I don't want them in here. They stressing me out. I don't believe it. I don't believe that security actually did that. So the family now gets put out by security, right? And they outside and Raneka. So yeah, I don't believe the fight. So anyway, the family is outside and they up here talking about something. I can't believe she put us out. I don't care. We going back in. So the security was gone, right? So the family goes back in. So I'm like, what's the point of you having security put your family out if they just gonna come right back in anyway? That was stupid. So now Raneka goes on stage and they up here talking about coming to the stage. So the family comes back in, right, and get ready for Raneka to rap. So they said coming to the stage, Big Diva. I don't know if that's a rap name or what, but the rap went something like this. And sing. If you want to know about me, if you want to know what the we, if you want to know but the if you want to know but the so the Big diva, but she said so. I had somebody twerking on the stage on the side. If you want to know what's up with me, you want to know what the. I was just like, what the heck is going on? The audience members out there, of course, they telling them to act like y'all interested, act like y'all entertained, and they all like, I would have been like this. Y'all ain't pay me enough to sit up here and deal with this foolishness, but whatever. They out there grooving to Big Diva, okay? Asante is being released in 3 days, and she says the next day she is going to Georgia to be with him. So we shall see what happens with Raneka. My only issue with the whole thing, let the girl live her life, do what she want. If she want to choose it, she want to choose it. But she is a mom, and she has daughters attached to this whole foolishness that she is doing. That is my whole issue with Raneka's whole thing. Like a lot of these women that's on here with these daughters. So the last but not least couple is going to be Letitia and Keith, okay? Letitia opens up in the same position that she did last week. She on the bed talking to Keith on the phone, and the call drops as soon as she asks him, did he sleep with the one of her co-workers? And the call drops. Of course, we all know, and like she said, calls do drop, you know, and she said she's been on the phone with him before where a call has dropped. So I believe they set it up that way to make it seem like that he hung up the phone on her. But then he calls her right back, and Keith laughed and all of this. He said, you should ask your coworker, blah, 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 deflecting. But then he comes out and says that he didn't sleep with her. I believe he's lying. I think he's lying. I think he did sleep with a coworker, but of course he's not going to say, oh yeah, I slept with a coworker, because that could be an awkward situation. But I believe it's going to come out anyway. I think he slept with a coworker, especially when they're all saying, oh, he used to be popular. He used to be the go-to guy and the whole nine. I believe he slept with a coworker. Okay. Letitia is introducing him. She has this little phone set up on the tripod, and she has each one of the staff members come in one by one, and so she's introducing them to Keith, who was going to be their boss. And I'm just like, it wouldn't have been me. I would have been like, I'm not coming in there to meet some convict on the phone. I don't care if he your husband or not, and he supposed to be coming in here to be our boss. Like, that's crazy. One of her coworkers went in and her breast was all perched up and out, and I was thinking to myself, this better not be no video call, because if so, you're going to entice Keith, right? But no, it wasn't. It was just a regular old call, y'all. So I just thought that was really stupid. I just think that Letitia is really making some dumb decisions. And then she's going to have the nerve to tell Keith, oh, one of the coworkers, I think it was JJ, whatever her name is, was late today. Like, she's accounting to him for him being late. Like, I think that's really dumb and stupid. So anyway, Letitia says, I'm going to go see my lawyer today because Keith is going to be in the business, and I want to make sure that everything is correct. My I's are dotted, my T's are crossed. So she goes to this lawyer's office, right? First of all, it was not her attorney. It was not her lawyer, because when she came in there, she had to introduce herself. The lawyer was like, nice to meet you. And he was like, what brings you in today and all this stuff. She talking about my attorney. Girl, that ain't your attorney. You have never met this man. This man has never met you. You found somebody on Google and said, let me go book a free consultation so he can tell me what's going on. The lawyer's name was Arthur. Arthur gave it to her straight with no chaser. He said, look here, dummy. And I'm paraphrasing. He said that Keith, and because she tells him that she wants Keith to be in her business. Be in the accounting business. He asks her, what did he go to jail for? What was his charges? She says drugs and conspiracy. And she says, but it has nothing to do with money. And the judge and the lawyer Arthur tells her the charges conspiracy is related to money. The lawyer says, screw that. He don't need to be in your business. Conspiracy is related to money. He says it's unethical conduct. And you being in the tax business, handling people money affairs does not need to have a felon within your business. He said, forget about, hold on. He said you can protect yourself from Keith if you want with the post-nup. And he says, get the post-nup in place. And that means that it will protect you and your children in the event that something happens between you and Keith. And then Letitia goes and says, and his children. So she don't get it. The lawyer is basically trying to tell you this is a convict that you have coming out. So to protect yourself and your business, you need to put some things in place. He said, forget about what he did and all of that. What is the law? What does the law say about a felon being commingled with your business? And he said the law says it is not possible and it should not be happening. She also said they have another business, her and Keith, that they're trying to put in place. And the lawyer says, well, that's, y'all have another business, but y'all just need to put some things in place because he is a felon. He said, let's not forget he's a felon. And Letitia is just not listening. Letitia is like Raneka, in my opinion. They're going to do what they want to do. They are not listening to nobody, what nobody says. Letitia thinks that Keith is going to come out and be this Jay-Z to her Beyonce, and that they going to make all this money and have this successful marriage and career and all of that. And don't get me wrong, I want that for every couple. I want them to get married, have love, have business, grow together, the whole nine. But to the extent that you are just delusional, like this man, I don't understand this show. For all these seasons I have watched these Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup shows, how these people are delusional to think that these people are going to come out of prison and automatically be everything that you need to be able to be a provider, a father, a wife, everything. Not knowing that they've been in jail and prison for some time. Give them a chance to get reacclimated to society. Give them a chance to look around and see all of the changes that has happened in society before you try to lock them back up, basically with a marriage, kids, a house, the whole nine. And I'm just like, this it just never works out for them because of the delusion. So, y'all, that was the last couple. And really, that was all that happened with Letitia and Keith. She's still up here trying to have Keith all up in her accounting business and trying to get the co-workers to come on board. And in my opinion, this stuff is going to hit the fan. I think Keith still has a couple of months or a year to go or something like that. I think the longest person on here that has a great length of time is Jake. And I don't understand, honestly, why Savannah and Jake is on this show, because Jake is not getting out no time soon. This dude has 5 years to go. And so normally I thought they cast people that has a possibility of being on Life After Lockup or Life After Lockup, which comes after this, because that means that they have a possibility of getting out of jail. But for some reason, they casted Savannah and Jake. And talking about Savannah and Jake real quick, I think Savannah is acting. I think this is a audition for her to possibly get her landed in some other roles. I don't think they're going to work out. All of these couples, for real, I think they are doomed. I think none of them are going to work. Normally, when I do these, watch this show, I kind of see maybe one couple that may make it. But in this situation, I don't think none of these couples are going to make it. So But we shall see. I'll see y'all next week for episode 4 review. If you all have liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please go ahead and subscribe. That is a free way of supporting me. And then comment. Make sure your notification bells is on so you can get whatever content I drop. And go ahead and comment. And let me know what you think of this episode. If you thought it was a great episode, if you thought whatever is going on with these couples, anything, if you like my review, if you didn't like my review, if you think it's something I could work on while doing my videos, I take all comments and criticism with a open mind. And so, yeah, I thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate you all for being here. And until next time, I see y'all. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I love you all to pieces. Bye.